This is her strong wish to have a delicious food. She imagined that roasted goose and the delicious food is flying and coming near to her. It is explaining about her high hunger. She imagined that all delicious food is flying near to her. Suddenly, the flame of the match went out, and she did not see anything other than the thick cold wall. She struck another match, and suddenly she was sitting under the most beautiful Christmas tree. It was much larger and much lovelier than the one she had seen last year through the glass door of the rich merchant's house. So here she is watching a beautiful Christmas tree that no one can make, even the rich merchant of that place, that much big and lovelier one. It is her imagination to become a rich person than the rich merchant of that place. 1,000 candles lit up the green branches, and gaily colored balls, like those in the shop windows, looked down upon her. The little girl reached forward to take that all with her both hands. Then out went the match. The many candles on the Christmas tree rose higher and higher through the air, and she saw that they had now turned into bright stars. One of them fell, streaking the sky with light. She sees a falling star in the sky. It is a sign that someone is going to die and go to heaven. That is what her grandmother told her. She was the only person who ever loved the little girl truly, and the girl did not want to lose the beautiful image of her grandmother. The little girl said, "Now someone is dying." Her grandmother told this to her. The grandmother is the only one who had ever been good to her, but who was now dead. And she said, "Whenever a star falls, a soul goes up to God." In order to keep her imagination alive and continuous, the little girl lights up all the matches she has. In the delirious light of those matchsticks, she sees her grandmother embarrassing her and picks her up in her arms. She struck another match on the wall. Once more there was light, and in the glow stood her old grandmother. In that scene, her grandmother's face was very bright and shining, and looking so gentle, kind, and loving towards this little girl. "Granny," cried the little girl, and she continued, "Oh, take me with you. I know you will disappear when the match is burnt out. You will vanish like the warm stove, the lovely roast goose, and the great glorious Christmas tree." The matches flared up with such a blaze that it was brighter than broad daylight, and her old grandmother had never seemed so beautiful or so stately before. She took the little girl in her arms and flew with her high up, so high, towards glory and joy. Now they knew neither cold, nor hunger, nor fear, for they were both with God. This is the description of her death. When the sun comes up in the next day, people find the motionless and frozen body of the little girl on the same spot. All her matches are still in her hands, burnt and consumed. To their eyes, she must have died overnight due to the cold, unable to warm her body with the burning matchsticks. However, they could never imagine and comprehend the spectacular images and heartwarming experience that the little girl enjoyed. She did not truly die, but returned to her heavenly home and reunited with her loving grandmother, the person she loved the most. That was just a new year for the people, but here the little girl entered into a joyful and heavenly life, which was a great beginning for her.